I had a businessman the other day, one of the most successful guys in the country. I've never liked him, never liked him. He never liked me, I never liked him. I see him in the White House. I said, "What are you doing here?" He said, "I'm working to make sure you get elected." I said, "You gotta be kidding. You don't like me, I don't like you. What the hell is this all about?" He said, "That's right, we've had our differences. I haven't liked you. But to be honest with you, Mr. President, I have no choice." I said, "You're right. You're right." First thing I've ever heard him say that I agreed with. He's got no choice. He got no choice. Unemployment in New Hampshire has reached the lowest rate in actually 31 years, but within a very short period of time, it will be the lowest rate in the history of our country. So think of that. You have the best unemployment, you have the most successful state in the history of your state and in the history of our country. And then you're going to vote for somebody else? Oh, great. Let's vote for Elizabeth Pocahontas Warren. We have the best numbers we've ever had. Let's vote for somebody else. I don't think that's going to happen, folks. I don't think that's going to happen. Only with fixed polls does that happen. Unemployment for African Americans, you've heard me say this many times, I'm very proud of it. Hispanic Americans and Asian Americans have all reached their lowest rates ever recorded in the history of our country. Wages are rising quickly. Remember when I used to say people have been working 2 and 3 jobs, making less money than they made 21 years ago? I used to say it all the time. Now I can say, for the first time in 20 years, wages are rising, and you know who's the biggest beneficiary? Blue-collar workers. My administration is fighting to expand opportunity for citizens of every background and every race, religion, color, and creed. Very important. Because we are all Americans. We all share the same home. We all share the same heart. We all share the same dreams. We are all children of the same Almighty God. But at the very moment when our country should be coming together to enjoy these wonderful blessings, the radical Democrats are trying to tear America apart. They vilify anyone who doesn't share their extreme views. They slander our law enforcement heroes. You see what they're doing with our police that we love. You see what they're doing? Has anyone ever seen anything like the water being thrown on New York's finest? Have you ever seen it? And I know a lot of New York's finest. They're not happy. They're not happy. And they are great people. These are great, great, proud people. For that to be allowed to happen is a disgrace. They view everybody as fascist and Nazis. They use the term Nazi. This was a term you couldn't even use it. Now they use it like on a regular basis, a Nazi. He's a Nazi. Think of that. He's a Nazi. You couldn't use it. Now they use it. They accuse our heroic border agents of running concentration camps. And they do an incredible job. And the Democrats don't want to fix the loopholes or asylum. They do an incredible job, our border agents. And they look down upon the hardworking citizens who truly make our country run. But while the Democrats rage and resist, that guy's got a serious weight problem. Go home, start exercising. Get him out of here, please. Got a bigger problem than I do. Got a bigger problem than all of us. Now he goes home and his mom says, "What the hell have you just done?" We are continuing our incredible movement, the greatest political movement in the history of our country. There's never been a movement like this, never. Our movement is built on love, and it is. And we love our families, we love our faith, we love our flag, and we love our freedom, and that's what it's about. And add to that the fact that we love our neighbors and we love our country. Together we are all united by one fundamental principle. A nation's first duty must always be to its own citizens. Its own. We got to take care of our own. You haven't heard that from a politician or a political leader in a long time. It's called America First. It's America First. We're thrilled to be joined tonight by many tremendous Republican leaders and great friends of mine, a man who's doing an incredible job as your governor, because I want to take 100% of the credit for the incredible turnaround of New Hampshire. And I remember it not so long ago. Things were not looking good. People were leaving. A lot of bad things were happening. But we have to give him a lot of credit. He's been a great governor, Chris Sununu, with a great father, too. Great father. With a great father. His father was tough. Chris, your father was so tough. He was for somebody else in the primaries. And then one by one, I won here, I won there, I won there. And then when I won, his father got on and I said, "Oh, this guy kills me, he's so tough." And he said, "President Trump will be the greatest of all time." I said, "What happened? What happened?" He went from being the toughest critic to the best there is. So I want to say hello to your father. Okay, Chris, you'll tell him. Great guy, what a family. What a family. Thank you, Chris. New Hampshire Senate Republican leader, Chuck Morse. Chuck. Thanks, Chuck. New Hampshire House Republican leader, Dick Hinch. Thank you, Dick. Thank you, Dick. Great job. A man who was with me right from the beginning. In fact, he had a meeting at his house. His house has never been the same. His house is a disaster now. fact, somebody said he just sold it. But you know what? Because of the Trump economy, I'll bet he sold it for a big, big, fat, beautiful profit. Where is Steve? Steve Stepanak and his wife, who's incredible. Did you make a lot of money on the house? And we destroyed the house. This was the beginning. He held some kind of a meeting for me, and he has a nice house. But literally hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of people showed up, and they destroyed his house. It's never been the same. No wonder you sold it. They finally gave up. And that was 4 years ago. Anyway, thank you very much, both, for being here. Appreciate it. What great people. Thank you, Steve. Great job. And I hope the buyer of his house didn't hear that little... Steve, I hope the buyer didn't hear what I just said about your house. He'll cancel. That's all right. You'll sell it for more to somebody else. Don't worry.
Croc TV.